Hey, how's it going? My name is Jeff, and welcome to a special fall episode of Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. Again, my name is Jeff. I'm so excited to have you here. So, fall is upon us. Last Sunday, September 22nd, 2024, was the first day of fall. So, let's take a look at the LEGO Ideas Treehouse, and we're going to use the fall foliage pieces. Now, this was a great set. I'm not going to talk too much in the intro here because the build is quite long. So, let's get right into it. This is the LEGO Ideas Set Treehouse. This is a huge box. So it contains 3,036 pieces. It's set number 21318. Originally, this retailed for $199.99. However, when LEGO did that price increase back in, I believe it was like August of 2022, this went up to $249. So that is what it is available for on the LEGO website today, $249. But with 3,036 pieces, it's a pretty good bargain. Well, I wouldn't say bargain, but a pretty good price per piece ratio. Also, you get the green leaves, and then you also get the fall leaves, which we are going to build today since, as I mentioned in the introduction, the 22nd was the first day of fall, so we are definitely going to be using the fall foliage. Another cool feature with this set, this is the first set that actually included the foliage elements that were actually plant-based. So they're reducing, LEGO's trying to reduce the amount of plastic, even though, I mean, LEGO is plastic. But they're trying wherever they can to reduce plastic. So the foliage elements are plant-based. So let's take a look at the back of this box. Oh, and the back features the fall foliage idea. So yeah, this is a great set. This was one that's been in my backlog for a while, so I'm excited to finally crack it open and build it. So let's unbox this and see what we have. Okay, well, first of all, this is one. Move these out of the way. This is one that happens to have a box within the box. We love those. So remember in my tips and tricks video, save these boxes, cut the tops off, and use them to organize your bags. It's great. I already have a couple boxes that I've done that with, so this one I am just going to crack it open and... Okay. My goodness. Look at this. Wow, this is a very thick manual here. Yes, so it looks like we have 19 numbered bags. So that's what we have here. So let me get this all organized, and then we'll come back and we'll go through the manual and start building. Okay, so like I said, we have 19 numbered bags. And then for the foliage, we have 5 bags of the green leaves and 5 bags of the fall or autumn leaves. So let me get rid of the leaves. We'll look at the book, and we've got, looks like at least one minifigure in this bag, so we'll take a look at that. Okay, so here's our book. As I mentioned, quite a thick book here. Again, we have a QR code, so be sure to scan that for your 20 points. Also to get the electronic version of the instructions if you'd like. So opening the manual, of course we have some information here about the plant-based foliage elements. So not just these leaf elements, but also these smaller as well. So this is very cool. And then because this is a ideas set, we have a Meet the Fan Designer section and then a Meet the LEGO Designer section. Here we go over our bags. And then we get into the first part of the build. So let's take a look at this minifigure. A little park ranger type person. So great printing on the upper torso. There is some back printing as well. And then we just have one face print. There's no alternate face. And then you have an option of hair, or you can put on a little ranger hat. So I think we'll have the hat on for now. So we'll just set him off to the side. He can supervise our build. And let's get into bag number 1. Okay, so that is the end of bag 1. So we have a good start on the base of our treehouse. It looks like the center column will be supported by this Technic beam here. All right, so let's move on to bag number 2. All right, that's the end of bag 2, and it looks like we have our base done. So we've got like the main base here, we've got the tree trunk support, and then we've got, looks like this little stream that meanders through here. So it looks like we're on to bag 3, and we start building the trunk of the tree. So let's get on with that. Okay, that is the end of bag 3, and we have this interesting column looking thing. The only thing is, so you use 2 brown pieces on 3 of the sides and 2 red pieces on 1 side. And I don't know if it's going to make a difference down the road, but the red, make sure you get the 2 red pieces on one of the sides that only has the single hole, not with the 3. That's how they have it pictured in the manual, so that's the end of bag 3. On to bag 4. So remember the little corner pieces that we put in with the little 1x1 round jumpers and the little kind of skillet piece? So those are going to go in to the holes on this, and I'm going to try to do this. The other ones I did in the time lapse. This one I'm going to try to do. So yeah, you just line them up and you push them in, and then you can kind of, rotate them a little bit to get them sort of, lined up to make the trunk of the tree. The other neat thing is there is this, where did it go? Here we go. This cute little printed piece that says "Build Your Dreams." And that has the initials of KF, which is the fan designer, Kevin Feezer. So that's a cool little, shout out, build your dreams, sort of carved in on this print piece. So very cool. Okay, so now we are going to be moving on to bag number 5. Okay, so that is the end of bag number 5. And you can see we are going up, up, and we have the little swing here. Very cool. So let's move on to bag number 6. Alright, that is it for bag 6, and it looks like we pretty much have the trunk up to this point anyway. We have it all complete, looking pretty good. So now we are on to bag 7. Alright, that's the end of bag 7, and we have a start on one of the rooms. It's looking pretty good. The techniques here are really cool. The way we sort of create this octagonal little room here. Very cool, very cool. So let's move on to bag 8. Alright, so bag 8 starts with a minifig. So we have nice printing on the body here. We have dual face. We have this one, and then this alternate face here, and then some back printing. So I like the wink face, but I'm gonna leave it at the little smirk. And then we have a hair piece to put on. All right, so there we go. that is the end of bag number 8. So we have attached this. The only thing I will say about attaching this is be careful. So let me move this here really quick. So at some point we do flip it over and we put on some of these pieces on the underside, and that will help you line it up on the branch. But you do need to be careful when you're pushing it to lock it in. Like, definitely put your hand under that branch and support that while you're pushing this on, and then it will stick on and it's good. So a couple interesting little things about this little room that we just built. This technique to get this little round window, that was very interesting, using poles and clips. The other interesting thing, which you will not be able to see, but there is a printed little bottle in here that's a callback to another idea set, the Ship in the Bottle set, which we've already built on the channel. I will put up a little picture of it right now so you can get a little better look at it. And then the other interesting thing is there is a print piece, which, again, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but this print piece here, this wood grain piece, it's different than the picture in the manual. This is just a wood grain piece, but in the manual, it shows 4 nails, 2 at each end, and that is not present on this print piece. So the picture is a little bit of a mismatch. But other than that, we have one of the little rooms done. So bag number 9, we will get another room done and attached. Okay, that is it for bag 9. So partial, another room. It looks like our bathroom, which is very luxurious for a treehouse with running water. So on to bag 10. Okay, that is it for bag number 10. So we have this cool little like suspension bridge here. Let me spin that. Yeah, this cool little suspension bridge here. We also have this winch with a hook that we can lower and raise. So that's pretty cool. All right, so on to bag 11, and it looks like we are putting this room on, which, looking at the manual, looks like this one may be the most elaborate of all. There's like the doorway with a porch and all sorts of stuff. So on to bag 11. right, that is the end of bag 11. So we've got a pretty good start on this third little room of the treehouse. So let's move on to bag 12. All right. For bag 12, we have another minifig here. This one looks like a child, and there's no alternate face. Nice printing. This cool baseball cap hair detail is cool. And we do have back printing on the back. So yeah, nice minifig there. Okay, that is the end of bag 12, and we have all three of our little pods for the treehouse. Again, when putting this on, just support this branch underneath. It lines up fairly easily, but you do need to support that. Okay, so on to bag number 13, which looks like we are going to be doing the roofs for our little pods here. Although one thing I do find kind of strange is this one with like this whole side of it that's all windows, this wraparound like four-sided window thing is the bathroom. I think that'd be the one you'd want like the least amount of windows in, but choices. All right, on to bag 13. Okay, that is the end of bag 13, and that is all of the roofs on. I will admit they do fit a little funky, but they are color-coded, so like for example, like this has the red tabs and it has the red under here. So you just sort of line that all up. And they just kind of sit on there. All right, on to bag 14. Okay, that is the end of bag 14. So we are on to bag 15. All right, that is it for bag 15. I know that was probably a little difficult to see with these big vertical builds, and then especially with all this hangover. Working on this underside is hard to see. But basically we built this little staircase that goes up. And now we are going into bag number 16. Alright, for the start of bag 16, we have another little minifig here. Only one face, nice printing front and back. Okay, that was it for bag 16. Again, I apologize. Super hard to see some of this stuff down here on the... Whoops, and I just dumped the whole box of goodies, which hooks up to this little winch here that we can haul up supplies to the treehouse, so that's cool. So that's pretty cool. Holy moly, twisty. Okay, so it looks like we are going into bag 17, and we're going to start using the foliage elements instead of the green. We're going to use the fall colors. So, let me get set up for bag 17. Okay, so, just out of curiosity, so this is the parts from bag 17, and then these and the little stem pieces are from the separate unnumbered foliage bags. And just for curiosity's sake, there are 55 of the bright yellow-orange pieces and 35 of the sort of brownish pieces. And again, remember, you have the choice to do the fall foliage, or you can do the spring foliage or summer foliage. But since last Sunday, the 22nd, was the first day of fall, we're doing fall. So we're going to use a combination of these pieces, the bags, the foliage bags, and the pieces from bag 17. And I assume from bags 18 and 19 also. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so we are basically building, we're going to be building variations of this branch with the foliage and everything on there. Looks like we're going to be building probably 4 of those, so rather than sit here and even on time-lapse build, you know, all 4 of these, I'll just cut it and bring you back when I have them all 4 of them done. Okay, so I know it's hard to see in this overhead shot, but I did complete all of these big branches. There were 7 of them, I believe. And that included bags 17 and 18. And now I am starting on bag 19, which are these littler branches. So I've started this one. Let's go ahead and finish this one, and then again, it's going to be the same situation. We're just going to be building a bunch more of these. So once I get this one done, I will bring you back when the rest of them are done. Alright, so that's what that looks like. And I will be doing several more, so I'll bring you back when those are done and we'll have a look. Okay, now I know you're not going to be able to see much of this, but here is the finished treehouse. So let me change the camera angle and we'll be right back. Here you have a better view of the finished treehouse. Down here we have the couple of minifigs, and we have a little picnic table. There's a little minifig up on the stairs. Here's our box with the pulley that will take it up. You can see our pods here. We have our Ranger minifig right there. So let me just turn this around so you can kind of see. From all angles. All right, so all in all, again, I would say that this is a great set. I highly recommend it. I believe, and don't quote me on this because it's always all rumors, but I did see on one of the rumor sites that this is on the retired list for 2024, so it could be going away at the end of the year. Which makes sense. It's been out for a while, since 2019. So, yeah, they probably want to make some room in the Ideas lineup. But, again, great set, lots of parts. Also very cool that it's the first set that includes the plant-based foliage elements. So all sets going forward from this set that include any sort of tree elements like this, they're all plant-based now. So that's very cool. It was a good build, not too complicated. Again, the only thing, as I mentioned in the video, is when you're attaching the pods, be sure to support under the branch there. Other than that, it was a great build. Not super repetitive, even though we did have some repeats up in the branches. So because this video is already approaching over 30 minutes, I'm going to cut this short. The last thing I will leave you with is definite recommend. At $249 with over 3,000 pieces, it's a good piece to price ratio. So I would, highly recommend picking this up. So, did you fall for the treehouse? Yuck, yuck. It's a pretty great set. So I hope that you enjoyed the build, and comment down below if you're going to pick this one up. Again, like I said, it's rumored to be on the retired list this year, so it may be scarce here pretty soon. But with that, I would just like to remind you again to like, subscribe, and share my videos. It really helps get the channel noticed. And until next week, remember, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.